Yes, fight fans, this is Body and Mind Sports. Welcome. You are fully appreciated if you are here for another session of Boxing Talk. And in this round, again, we are going to revisit that fight between Bivol and Beterbiev, scheduled for 12 October. And we're going to be looking at the undercard in this video. 3 fights, mainly the first fight, of course, Fabio Wardley versus Frazier Clark in a heavyweight mashup. It is going to be, of course, Frazier Clark challenging Fabio Wardley for his British heavyweight title. And they have fought before, and their most recent fight was against each other, and that was a barn burner, guys. Both fighters gave it their all. They both came to win, and that's what us fans like to see. And very, very exciting fight for the British fans. Although they're not very well known on the world level, you know, they're not very known on So yeah, but one thing that let me know about their last fight is that you know, they're both very, very evenly matched. In fact, that fight was a draw, a split decision draw. However, I did give it to Clark, you know, despite the fact he was dropped in the 5th round, and he was deducted a point for a low, very controversial low blow, in my opinion. And however, Fabio Wardley did receive a very, very nasty gash on the bridge of his nose, you know, which could have cost him his British heavyweight title in that fight. However, he did do well to retain it. And the reason why I thought maybe Clark maybe nicked it by a point is because he did very, very well in the early rounds. Clark, he really you know, brought the fight to Fabio, and also ended well. So in the championship rounds, he took that also. So I think if it wasn't for him getting dropped, he probably would have taken that fight. But well done to both fighters. I don't really see them being you know, what heavyweights champions or world champions in the future. I mean, Fabio Clark already 30. I mean, Frazier Clark, already 33 years old, is at the latter end of his career. However, he's only had 8 fights and 8 KOs, no losses. Now a draw, of course, with Fabio in the first fight. And Fabio, on the other hand, 29 years old, 17 fights, 16 knockouts, 0 losses, and now 1 draw at the hand of Frazier Clark. Like I said, both evenly matched. They both come to fight, and you know, I'm all up to seeing that fight again. And well done to both fighters. I'm looking forward to see them fight on October 12th. The next 2 opponents I'm going to talk about: Ben Whitaker versus Liam Camron. I believe this is going to be a test for Ben Whitaker to see what he's actually made of, because Liam Camron is no slouch. Ben Whitaker, of course, currently, I believe he is 29 years old. He does have, I think he's had like only 8 fights, and had out of those 8 fights, 5 knockouts. So yeah, but other than that, is every one of his fights that have not ended in a knockout have just been straight shutouts. So a very, very skillful fighter there. Obviously, he's a fan favorite because he just comes to entertain. You know, he does do a lot of pantomime kind of stuff in the ring sometimes. A bit excessive, but not too much that he goes on the you know, on the borderline of annoyance. So yeah, the fans love it, and I don't mind it too much neither. But would he be able to do what he normally does, which is his defense mainly is composed of flashy head movements and footwork. So he needs his feet and head movement for defensive work. I've never actually seen him put a glove up at any point in his fights. So facing Liam Camron, would that be enough? Would flashy movements and just head movements alone be enough for him to beat, a well-established fighter in Liam Camron? Of course, who his last fight was with Lyndon Arthur. Lyndon Arthur, well respected British fighter. In terms of his abilities, he's also been able to beat names like Anthony Yard in his first showing with Anthony Yard. He was able to beat Anthony Yard via decision. However, in his second fight, Lyndon Arthur with Anthony Yard, he was knocked out in the 4th round. However, he has gone on to fight Liam Camron most recently. Liam Camron, of course, who is facing Ben Whitaker next. He did so in that fight with Liam Camron and Lyndon Arthur. That he took Lyndon Arthur all the way to decision, to the 12th round, and I believe he lost that via majority decision, I believe, but it was by decision. Of course, Liam Camron also, funny enough, has faced who else has he faced? His most recent fight was Lyndon Arthur, and he did very well in that fight. And I hope Ben Whitaker, of course, this fight is going to be in the light heavyweight division. If he's not able to deliver, flashy fights like he normally does, I hope that he can still come up with a very good and emphatic win. I'm looking forward to this fight. Ben Whitaker, a very, very liked fighter, a favorite in amongst British fans, and a prospect with high expectations. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Also, there's going to be a lot of entertainment, and there's going to be I hope maybe some surprises, but I hope it's not going to be bad for Ben Whitaker, because Liam Camron is no slouch. That being said, let's move on to the next fight, and that is going to be a cruiserweight fight for the IBF title, IBF World Cruiserweight title, versus. So it's going to be in that fight the IBF title holder in Jai Opetai, and is going to be challenged by none other than Britain's very own Jack Massy. Jack Massy, of course, has not ever fought for a recognized major world title, although at one point has held the IBO title. He's mostly been involved in domestic bouts and have managed to clinch titles there. But this is going to be his toughest opponent against Jai Opetai, who has been, very, very successful in facing British fighters. But I do expect Jai Opetai to come up with the win. His most recent fight, obviously, was with none other than Marius Bradis. Marius Bradis, of course, who has faced the likes of Usyk and lost to Usyk via majority decision. And so that goes to show you the quality of a fighter that is in Marius Bradis, and even more revealing, the quality of fighter of Jai Opetai. In being able to beat Marius Bradis not once but twice, first fighting for the IBF vacant title and then defending it against Marius Bradis again. And Marius Bradis has been a world champion. He has at one point held the WBC diamond belt at cruiserweight. He's held the WBO belt at cruiserweight, and he's held the IBF belt at cruiserweight. Yeah, so that goes to show you it's a manifestation of the kind of opponents that you know, Jai Opetai has faced and has overcame, you know. But he's gonna be fighting Jack Massy. For me, it will not be his biggest test, and I expect him to win, if not via unanimous decision, mostly by if not by you know, by KO or stoppage. I'm expecting a clean sweep, unanimous decision. But I hope Jack Massy does well and come away with the win for the British fans. You know, I'm a British citizen, so I'm always rooting for my people whenever they do fight, even if our luck may look very dim, you know, as it may look to me in this fight. But yeah, that having been said, that's all I have for you today on Body and Mind Sports, and I will see you next time on the next boxing talk. For now, just like, share, please subscribe, and do leave your comments so we know that you are interacting with what we're doing here on Body and Mind Sports. Until next time, stay very, very blessed.